Let's review 10 unique Japanese candies and snacks. These are supposed to be spicy potato rings, but the question is, how spicy is spicy? The packaging looks really beautiful. I love the design of it so much. It looks very catchy. It looks like something you want to buy even if you don't know what it is. It just looks very inviting. It is relatively easy to open it, and half of the pack is air. The rings smell like spicy chicken. Getting one of them out and looking them closely, it's actually coated very thickly with different flavorings. But it doesn't look spicy at all, however. It doesn't look red or anything, it's just standard color. I'm hoping this thing over here is not the scale of spice, because on a scale of 1 to 10 for me, this snack would be a 2 spice-wise. The flavor is really good. It's quite salty, it tastes a lot like potato. It has some sort of meaty hint to it, but spice-wise it's not that bad. It's literally a salty, flavored potato ring coated with a little bit of chili flakes. The thing that I found really interesting does look like a pudding in the can, or potentially a pudding-flavored drink inside of the can. This is something that I could not expect from anybody but Japan to invent. And when you shake it, it has some sort of sound like there is actually a jelly or something inside of this jar, but I don't believe that. There's no way they would stuff an actual pudding inside. It's probably just a drink. It's gassy, so surely this is not a pudding. This looks like, what is this? This looks like it's an wait, I will go get a cup. My curiosity has never been on a higher level than this. Oh my god. This looks like they did stuff a pudding in a can somehow. Hopefully it's not just simply expired and it's supposed to look like this. Because if it is expired, that will be my last video. It really does not look nice. It doesn't look like something that I expected to look at today. I genuinely thought this would be a drink. I could not think they could stuff a pudding inside of the can. Let's give this a try. It really tastes like a custard, but for some reason it's inside of the can. And this can was not even sitting in the fridge. This can was just sitting in a regular shelf, so it's not refrigerated or anything. I feel like this is something, if I was to find this in the cooling section, I would not be as suspicious about it, but because I found it on a regular shelf, I genuinely thought it's a pudding flavored drink. It literally tastes like you're drinking creme brulee. It is sweet and it tastes a lot like brown sugar. Despite the flavor, I don't think I would ever get this again because the concept just not something that I'm used to. This snack is onigiri rice crackers. Rice crackers I like, and these ones look like they might have little seaweed pieces on top of them. Japanese rice crackers are genuinely really tasty. This package also looks very cute. On the inside, they look really nice. They actually have that look of soy sauce glaze to them, and they have a few flakes of the seaweed by the way it looks. But the crackers look really crunchy, and I cannot wait to bite it. It tastes like sweet soy sauce is coating a very fluffy and light rice cracker. The soy sauce coating is really nice. It tastes more on the dark side rather than the light side, the flavor of the soy sauce. The cracker overall is really crunchy and very nice. Despite the small size of the pack, there's actually quite a few of them on the inside. The lady in the store explained to me that this chocolate is new. It just recently has been released, and I cannot wait to taste it. This is supposed to be like a matcha flavored chocolate. Of all items, this item actually was the most expensive one. I paid $7.50 for this. They're all individually wrapped. Look at this. Now this is all explaining the price. All of these chocolates beautifully positioned like this. It almost looks like a souvenir pack. Look at this. This is so pretty. Look at the individually sealed bags with the little chocolate on the inside. And it's not actually like a chocolate block. All of this has been created out of little lines. This is very different to what I'm used to seeing. This chocolate feels very light, but look at how pretty it is. I love the way it looks so much. It looks like it's creating a texture pattern. So nice. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. This part over here is a dark chocolate, and so far the part that I bit here, I can't really taste matcha much. I'll bite it further just on this side to see if I can taste matcha on its own. The flavor of the matcha on its own is way stronger than when you're biting it together with the dark chocolate, but unfortunately dark chocolate goes all the way through, and flavor wise it takes the first spot. It doesn't matter which spot you bite, you're still going to taste dark chocolate first and then matcha. I was hoping that it's going to taste more like matcha rather than a dark chocolate, but as a result, the flavor is not bad. It is quite bitter and sweet at the same time with the hint of the matcha, but mostly it's a dark chocolate. And honestly, not going to lie, I really like the box and the packaging of it. It looks very presentable. This is supposed to be potato chips by Calbee with the flavor of cod roe butter. I'm going to admit cod roe is my guilty pleasure, but the cod roe and butter combination in chips is something unique. And it comes in a little pretty container out of the cardboard. It is actually very interesting because they are sticks that made out of chips, like out of potato chips. This to me is something that I did not encounter yet. It has little flakies of some sort of flavoring on top that we're about to taste, and it has absolutely no scent to it at all. It's actually quite wild because it does taste a lot like cod roe, but on the inside it feels more empty. It's like you're biting into this crunchy shell on the outside, and on the inside it leaves you with the emptiness. However, the flavor is really strong. You can actually taste the burst of flavor when you're biting into this. All you can taste taste is pure flavor and the texture of this stick. I'll break it in half to show you. When you break it, you can see on the inside it's empty, so you can imagine the crunch of the outside shell. It is very crispy and super tasty. I honestly cannot stop eating these. These are really nice. Pretzels coated in cheese. Regular pretzels, we have tried pretzels coated in cheddar cheese, not yet. It's safe to say that the packaging is very yellow. Inside we have quite a few pretzels and they're all generously seasoned with cheese. The coating is very even and it looks quite nice. It doesn't look like your regular pretzels because of the amount of seasoning. It looks really good. It kind of resembles chips because of the amount of seasoning on them. Hopefully the flavor is going to be as strong as the way it looks. Does it taste a lot like pretzel? Yes. Does it taste a lot like cheese? Yes. Is this combination weird? Yes. It's a nice combination, but also is a really strange one. I just never thought that these two can be combined, but combining these two creates some really good combo, surprisingly. I'm honestly shocked that nobody else invented pretzels coated in cheese because this seems like a really good idea, and surprisingly a really tasty one. The cheddar cheese stands out a lot and the flavor is quite intense, but in a nice way. Japan loves their sweet potatoes in every shape or form, and now it's in chocolate. The outside of the packaging has a roast potato. I can't really imagine what the chocolate with the flavor of the roast potato would be like. There's a few little squares with cute design on them. There are 6 of them all up on the inside. They have really adorable pictures, same as in the packaging, and it looks really cute. It comes like in a little plasticky film coating the candy all the way around. So it's supposed to be like a mini chocolate in here. The chocolate is very yellow. It's more almost brown. It has the very beige tint to it. If we were to compare the picture and what we got, it's not really the same. What is inside? I have no clue. I would say it kind of tastes like caramel, but also I'm not really sure if the outside or the inside of it tastes like caramel. I will just have chocolate shell on its own to see what flavor it has. What's interesting, the outside just tastes slightly caramelly, but very milky. So that means only the inside holds the most flavor. The inside has a texture of the sweet potato, but also it has little bits of sugar that you're biting into. Personally, to me, I would not get this again because the flavor is not really nice. In my opinion, simply, roast potato does not go very well in a chocolate form. For some people, they might enjoy it, but I don't really like the texture of it. The flavor is not that bad. It's sweet, it's caramelly, with other hints of flavor to it too, but not something that should be combined all together. It's not very pleasant to me. Something that has absolutely no name on the packaging or even slightest idea of what it can be. So all I have to do is just try it and see if I can guess it. The bag is actually like 80% empty when I look at it closely, and what we have inside looks like little chocolate beans or chocolate sticks, something that's coated in chocolate. When we break it in half, it looks like a honeycomb for some reason. Let's give it a taste. This kind of tastes like a milk chocolate coating a mold cookie potentially. It has some sort of aftertaste, but I can't really tell what it is. It doesn't really have an aftertaste of mold to me for some reason. It actually tastes kind of like rice crackers. I honestly cannot tell what it tastes like. The chocolate on the outside is a really good quality though. Kiwi fruit flavored chocolate. Theirs is actually a really big brand. I see it in every single Japanese store wherever I go to, so it must be really popular, so therefore it must have really good quality chocolate. Never seen kiwi fruit flavored chocolate before. Only seen kiwi fruit before in lozenges or in the frozen fruit section. The moment of truth. Let's reveal and see if it's going to look the same as on the box. On the inside we can see that there is a tray wrapped up in a plastic, on top of which we have the little kiwi fruit chocolate squares sitting. It looks absolutely identical as the picture on the box. The filling on the inside is not soft, the same texture as the chocolate, and it tastes a lot like kiwi fruit. It has a sour aftertaste after when you bite into it, and it has real kiwi fruit seeds inside as well. I never thought about this, but kiwi fruit in a chocolate form is actually not a bad idea at all. The sweetness of the white chocolate combined with the sourness of the inside goes well together. It's just so unexpectedly good. Potato chips with barbecue flavor. These over here have a beautiful picture of 2 grilled meats in the packet, and it looks like they will have also a very cool shape. The bag is filled about 70% on the inside, which is quite nice to see, and this is the chip close-up. It has little dots of seasoning on top of it, but it doesn't look like it has many at all. It smells a lot like chicken. These chips to me taste a little bit under-salted. The flavor is really good, but I'm used to chips having way more salt than this. These chips just feel like they definitely have enough seasoning, yes, but when it comes to salt, for some reason it doesn't feel like there is enough salt in it. The crunch of it is really pleasant. The barbecue flavor that comes through initially is chicken, and after this you can taste other meats. It's really nice. These potato chips are extremely light and very crispy. I do really like these chips, and I think it's not necessarily a bad thing that it doesn't taste like there's a lot of salt, because sometimes you just don't want overly salted things. Some things that I have reviewed today were really nice, while the other things were really questionable. All of these snacks that I have tried today were very unique. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.